Hi everyone, it's Kay with Japan National Tourism Organization. In this video series, I'd like to share some useful tips for traveling to Japan and some of my best travel practices. I hope you find the tips useful and they can help make your experience in Japan an even better one. A trip to Japan is never complete without at least one visit to a shrine or temple. These historic spots are rich in culture and beauty and offer visitors a chance to experience the spiritual side of Japan. Shrines and temples both welcome tourists regularly, but when visiting one, it is important to be respectful of their sacred function and the expectations around customary behaviors. These are easy things to follow as long as you know before you go. Please keep in mind, though, that each shrine or temple may have different customs. In this video, I'd love to share some basics with you so you can be prepared before your visit. Shrines and temples have some key differences. Let's start with shrines first. Shrines are built to serve Shinto, the belief system native to Japan. The hallmark of a shrine is the majestic torii gate at their entrance. The torii gate is considered the boundary line separating the secular world from the sacred, so when you approach one and pass through, it is customary to bow before you enter. This isn't always done, but it is recommended and a wonderful way to start off the visiting experience. Another custom is to walk just to the left or right of center as you walk through the entrance gate. Shinto belief being that the center path through the torii is considered the path of the gods, so it is polite to walk to either side as you enter. Again, this isn't always done, even by locals, but it's good to be respectful of the custom. Once past the torii gate, you will make your way to the shrine where you will next want to participate in the custom of purification of body and spirit with water from the temizuya, a water pavilion. There are 3 steps. First, scoop up water in a ladle with your right hand. Remember that you only scoop once to cover all 3 steps. Pour water first on your left, careful to pour it over the ground and not back into the fountain, and then grab the ladle with your left hand and use it to cleanse your right hand. Finally, switch the ladle back to your right hand and pour water into your left to rinse out your mouth and spit it out beside the fountain. When you're done, hold the ladle vertically, allowing for the remaining water to trickle down the handle and clean it. Never touch the ladle to your mouth, and when spitting the water out, make sure to do it next to the fountain, not into the fountain's water basin. Once you have cleansed your hands and mouth with water, you can go forward to the shrine's altar if you wish to greet the deity enshrined there. This is done by bowing, clapping, and saying a prayer. The custom is to throw a coin into the offering box when it is your turn, then ring the bell to greet the deity. Next, bow twice and clap your hands twice, which is a show of joy and respect. Lastly, say a little prayer with your hands still together and bow one last time before leaving the sacred space. When the formalities are out of the way, you can spend the remainder of your time taking in the surroundings, but be mindful of signs indicating sacred spaces in which photography is not permitted. Temples, on the other hand, serve Buddhism and are marked with a Sanmon gate rather than a torii gate. Sensoji Temple in Tokyo and Todaiji Temple in Nara are famous examples of temples with impressive Sanmon gates. Not all temple grounds have temizuya for water purification, but if they do, it is recommended that you follow the same purification steps we mentioned previously. For prayer customs, temples are generally more relaxed than shrines, but a respectful and reserved manner is still expected. Some temples may require that you remove your shoes before entering. If so, you can take them off and leave them on the shelves at the entrance, or put them in a plastic bag provided to carry with you. Incense, osenko in Japanese, is another hallmark of temples. At many temples, you can purchase a bundle of incense at the temple shop. When lighting the incense, it is recommended that you fan the flame to put it out, not blow it out with your mouth. You may see people fanning smoke towards their bodies. This is because it is believed to have healing powers. Some areas of the temple will also have photography restrictions, and there will be signs to communicate that, so please be mindful when taking photos. One of the fun things you can look forward to when visiting shrines and temples is getting your fortune, called omikuji. Omikuji has nearly 1,000 years of history and is said to have started in ancient times, when people drew lots to hear divine opinions and predictions on governmental outcomes or choosing a successor. It has evolved into a way to predict the fortunes of individual people, showing a person's overall fortune for the future, as well as a prediction for detailed items including health, work, love, business, study, and travel. Omikuji is selected in any number of different ways, from pulling it by hand from a box to using a square pillar box or a cylinder box with long and thin sticks called mikuji bowl, inside which you shake out and then draw the omikuji that corresponds to the number written on the stick. The fee for omikuji varies at each shrine and temple, but it is usually around 1 to 200 yen. Visiting one of Japan's many shrines and temples is a great way to experience the spiritual side of Japan and take in some of its beautiful historical sites. Being aware of these customs ahead of time will ensure you have the most pleasant and meaningful visit possible. Safe travels, everyone, and be sure to hit like and subscribe for more helpful Japan travel tips.